my name is Christine. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm live from Gloucester. It's lovely to be here again, and today we have a different topic and it's about COVID. But this time, what is your biggest learning from COVID-19? So I'd love to hear about you guys and what you learned and how things are going as well, because after we've gone through these 2 years, I think the media has, carried on with some things, and our lives have changed a bit more again. And really and truly, we don't really know what's going on in every place, in every country, and what the situation is. So it's nice to hear from you and your perspective as well. So let's start off with Arush. Arush, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Arush Kumar. I study in class 5 where my school name is Delhi Public School, India City, Kolkata. And my favorite hobbies are playing, singing and dancing. Thank you.
Very good. And what did you do with your day today?
Today, first I woke up in the morning at 6 o'clock for my school. After that, I went to school. Then I came back then I joined 6:30 to 7:30 online classes. Then I'm joining your class now. Thank you.
Then I joined your class.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. So can you tell me, how is the COVID situation right now, Arush?
It has taught us the uncertainties of life and why things should not be taken for granted.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, how is the COVID situation right now? Arush, pay attention to my questions.
Right now everything is normal. No mask, no one is wearing. Only sometimes dental, and we are washing hands every day.
Okay. And do you think COVID cases have gone down? Are they up?
It has gone very, very low.
They're very low. Oh, very good. Excellent. Very good. Okay, so Arush, now today's question. What was your biggest learning from COVID-19?
It has taught us the uncertainties of life and why things should not be taken for granted. COVID-19 taught us that education can reach every corner of the world, every single place, through technology. This has literally broken the geographical boundaries. This pandemic taught us innovative ways to provide as well as to education.
Okay, thank you for that very detailed report, but what has it specifically taught you, Arush? Okay, yes. Don't read anything. I want you to tell me what's it taught you.
Ma'am, I'm not reading. Mask and social distancing. The power of concentration. The power of connection. No living. Out and moving. Spending time on hobbies. Being grateful.
Okay. Can you expand a bit more? Being grateful. How has it taught you to be grateful and why?
We are live now.
Sorry?
In COVID-19, a lot of people also died.
Yes, okay. And how has it taught you to be grateful?
Because if we will be safe, because on that time everything was shut down and only for those delivery guys were not locked down, because the delivery guys need to deliver the items to every house, home, whatever.
Okay. And what else? So you mentioned a few other things that it's taught you. Can you give me examples of how you learned all of these things?
When this pandemic started, so every day my grandfather used to see news and still he sees.
Watch the
And
news. Watch
yes,
the news. We watch the
to
news.
watch news. And I used to also watch, and I used to get bored from that news because it was very sad news also.
Mhm.
And my mother and my father also took COVID-19 vaccination, but me and my sister did not took because we are
We did
low.
not take. Mhm. We did
And
not take the COVID vaccine. Okay. Yes.
because my sister, when she saw, so she was just reacting like she had just saw for the first time. Like because on that time when she was seeing that the injection was going inside, and she was thinking that what will happen when I will get the vaccine. She was just thinking about her reaction was very different. I have taken vaccine, so I know the pain, but she doesn't know.
Okay. And if you had to go back in time, um, do you think, and imagine you had to go back in time and we had no COVID, do you think you would have learned the things that you learned through COVID?
Yes, ma'am.
You would
Some
have still learned them,
some of them, ma'am.
some of them. Okay, which ones?
Uh, the power of connection,
Mhm.
mask and social distancing, and sanitize using sanitizers,
You
and
think
live
you would have? Mhm.
live neat and clean, because if our house is also a bit dirty or you're not cleaning every day, so COVID can come. I
Mhm.
think not in that time, in the COVID-19 time I'm talking.
Okay. So you think you would learn them even without COVID, these things?
We all like our parents also learned how to do online shopping, because
Mhm.
my mother didn't knew before, so when lockdown started, so she also now still she orders online.
Okay. Yes, but that's not my question.
And on that time these classes started.
Yes, but that's not my question, Irish. My question was, do you think you would have still learned these things if we didn't have COVID?
uh only these three,
Only these three things. Why only these three things?
because on that time COVID was in a new condition, and now we know COVID also.
Okay, but what do you mean? I'm talking about would you have learned about, having education with no borders? Would you have learned about gratitude? Would you have learned these things if we didn't have COVID? Do you think you would have still learned about them?
Yes, I would learn very slowly,
But okay,
because when COVID comes suddenly, our school got closed.
okay. So you would learn, but it would have taken more time.
Yes, ma'am. It took more time. It took me two
And
days.
the thing, mhm,
It took me 2 days to learn how my mother and my father started to tell me these things. Then, and after that, lockdown started, and for 2 years, school was also closed. Online classes.
okay.
Didn't
And
outside also, only for the delivery guys.
okay, and now that COVID is over, what
Yes.
are you going to to continue learning from it? What will you take on? Are you going to forget what you've learned from COVID, or will you remember it? And
Because there is 50% chance to return COVID-19 or COVID-20 also, you can say.
okay,
Sorry, 21. Yes, COVID-21.
okay, but that's not my question. Again, Arush, pay attention to the question, please, because you keep firing different answers that are not related to the question. My question is, do you think that the things you've learned from COVID-19, you're going to keep these things, keep these learnings, or are you going to forget about them?
No, I will keep learning more.
You will keep learning more. Okay, why?
Because if we forget those, so COVID-19 can come back anytime. And we don't
Okay,
know when COVID-19 will come, when it will go back.
okay. And what about gratitude and things like that? Why would you keep remembering them?
We will never forget these things because and 2 years is lot, like you can lockdown it was.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 years, like you can just imagine how many days it could be.
Okay, very good. And can you tell me um, what part of COVID did you find the hardest?
None of them I got any hard.
Okay. Every part of COVID was okay for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what about the parts that taught you the most? Which part of COVID taught you the most? Was there a story where you that you
No,
remember?
no story.
No.
I got torture by the COVID. I was also not interested in COVID, actually.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Arush.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Next we have Vijay Kumar. Hi, Vijay. Vijay Kumar. Hello. Okay, let's move on to Sangram. Hi, Sangram. Sangram. No one here. Vijay Kumar.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, there you are. Hi, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Vijay Kumar, ma'am.
Mhm.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Vijay Kumar, ma'am. I'm completed BE, ma'am. No. Oh, okay. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hello.
Ma'am, I'm completed ENC, ma'am, and I'm
Mhm.
doing now Java course, ma'am.
Good.
Ma'am, and I'm doing now job program in real-time programs, ma'am.
Mhm.
That's today is I'm did some programs, ma'am. That's our today, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So can you tell me what was your biggest learning from COVID-19?
I'm attending some programs, means some workshop, ma'am,
Mhm.
and that workshops help me a lot, ma'am. Means like data science, like my machine learning, and C program, Java program. Those are programs I'm learning that time, ma'am. I'm attending that workshop, ma'am. Conducting a workshop, ma'am. That will help our industry, ma'am. Like IT field, ma'am. COVID-19 is good, ma'am. It was help to we families, ma'am. Daily did some good together. We drink, we eat some new things, ma'am. We did new things, new food, ma'am, recipes like that. That time, ma'am. Enjoyed with family, ma'am. COVID is helping us a lot, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. That's it.
So you learned things about art, you learned things about like making food, all of
Yes,
these
ma'am.
things, and you went to different classes.
Yes, ma'am. learning some good Java programs and some new technology, ma'am, like bitcoins, blockchain of blockchains related, ma'am, and machine learning, ma'am, artificial intelligence. That's all, ma'am.
Very good. So you learned a lot of things. So during COVID, you used COVID as an educational time in your life.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. One year,
Okay.
ma'am. 1 year.
And
That's
what-
fine. Also we spend some good moment with family, ma'am. Like
Okay.
that's fine.
And what are you going to take from it? So now COVID is over.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what are you going to take from it? Are you going to continue these learnings and continue spending time with family? Or do you
No,
think
ma'am. Now is they was going their places, ma'am.
so? Do you think you're going to lose what you learned? Do
Hello,
you
ma'am.
think do you think you will lose what you learned during COVID?
No, ma'am. It was helpful, ma'am. It was helping COVID-19, ma'am, because I'm some campus ambassador, like learning while traveling. That side I'm found this learning while traveling.
Okay, so you carry on. You're carrying on learning now.
Yes, ma'am. Now it was helping for me, and also I am stuck with you, ma'am. That will help with this. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent, very good. And what was the hardest time for you during COVID?
I'm like eating foods, ma'am. Like some days not coming that our area, ma'am. In our area, at that time, some hard times, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And what things did you discover about yourself during COVID? What things did you discover?
Me means, ma'am.
What things did you find out about yourself, about your personality?
Ma'am got some good things did, ma'am. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 18 ತಾರೀಕು ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿದೈತೆ. ವೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಹಲೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
I can't hear you. I
Sorry,
can't hear
ma'am.
you clearly. There's
Hello,
too
ma'am.
much noise. Can you repeat, please?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
It
yes.
was helping, ma'am, but I don't know how to tell, ma'am. That means it was good in COVID-19, ma'am. I'm learning a lot and spending with family. That's ma'am.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, going on to Arush. Hi, Arush. Arush.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me what did you learn about yourself during COVID-19?
I learned some skills doing, for example, doing planting, and in COVID-19 I also started to study about the solar system, about Pluto, because I am on a research to find Pluto, that why Pluto is moved. Still
Okay.
research about that.
Okay, but what did you learn about you, about Arush? What did you learn about the boy called Arush?
Oh, what did I learn about me?
Yeah.
Nothing interesting, actually, nothing.
Oh, you must tell us.
I don't have any idea. Yes, I learned how to make vlogs.
Mm-hmm. But what about you? What about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you learn that you were strong, that you were artistic? What things?
I am strong. I used to make vlogs, but my first channel got closed because there I used to make.
Mhm.
I also learned planting.
Okay. Very good. And did you learn that you are maybe more patient or curious or
Yes, ma'am.
okay, what things did you learn? Can you tell me about your character? What things did you learn about your character?
About my character.
Yes.
Personality development. To speak fluent English.
Mm-hmm.
And this much, ma'am, only.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Arush.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, let's go to Sangram now because I think we managed to connect. Hi, Sangram. Hello, Sangram.
Hello, ma'am.
Good, excellent. Hi, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your
Yes, ma'am.
day?
Myself, Ram. Actually, the day was like a normal day for me, as usual it goes. From office to night, like back home. So that's the whole. Not anything special.
Can you repeat that, please? Because I can't hear you properly.
I was saying that my day was a normal day. Waking up at 6 and going back home. That's just a normal.
Okay, and can you introduce yourself?
Currently working as an HR. So
Sangram, you're cutting out, I'm afraid. So I don't know how you can move, maybe so we can get a good
Hello?
connection. Hello, yes, Sangram.
yes, ma'am. That's why network issue is there.
Okay,
Because
Sangram,
of traffic.
Sangram,
Yes.
Sangram.
Yes.
Okay, can you answer today's
Yes.
question,
Yes.
please? What was your biggest learning from COVID-19?
Treasure like memories and not like neglect our health. That's important thing.
Okay,
That
can you
health
explain and tell us how you learned this?
research or anything that come through from eating anything like outside food or anything like. If we eat like maintain a healthy diet, that would be helpful for us.
Okay. And will you keep the things that you learned, or do you think you will forget them? Sangram? Sangram,
Yes, ma'am.
do you think you're going to keep the things that you learned, or do you think you will forget them now that COVID is over?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still going through like proper diet only. So, as I am very weighted, so from before the COVID also, I am maintaining my diet, proper diet. I'm still maintaining my diet so to lose my weight also.
Okay. And what was the toughest part for you during COVID, and how did it affect you?
Not after that,
Sangram?
nothing was nothing more. nothing special.
Sangram, please, can you repeat? You're cutting so much. I can barely make out anything that you're saying.
Nothing, nothing special. Nothing special.
Okay, thank you very much, Sangram. I think we've lost Sangram. Okay, so just to wrap up now, we'll go to Arush very quickly. Arush. Arush, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So Arush, can you tell me what is the most memorable moment from lockdown? Because we've all had lockdown and it was pretty bad. We didn't like lockdown, but with our family members.
Yes, ma'am. When the online classes started, so we could not talk to each other. To our and school also got closed because in school we get to talk also. In online classes we can't get to talk. We need to talk personally. Friend, teacher, and student, we can't talk privately or we can't talk publicly. We need to
Okay.
talk face to face.
Okay. And so what was the most memorable moment? The one thing that you really, liked and remember so much from lockdown?
Family members could not go to their any other places. Everything got closed because everything was locked down till, and we were staying at home, and we were only doing video calls on that time. WhatsApp also got very popular according to me, because right now the population of WhatsApp is too much in download.
Okay, so this was memorable because it helped you link up with friends.
Yes, ma'am.
It was that moment when you noticed, oh, we have WhatsApp. That was the most memorable moment for you.
Yes, ma'am, because sometimes when we were in class 2 also, on that time we also used to take numbers and talk to each other, because in school we could not get enough time to talk, so we see sometimes we used to also call privately at home when we used to come home.
Okay, very good. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Arush.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, good. So well done, guys. So today we had some connection issues. I'm sorry about that. But I still try to give you some time so that you get to express yourselves and hopefully get through the connection issue. But today we discussed what we learned from COVID-19, and we looked at also some corrections that I gave, and we looked at that even from a bad situation we can all learn something from it. So there were positive things that came out. Obviously, we're not saying that anyone enjoys or wishes it to happen again. Definitely not saying that, but from a bad situation, we can always learn something and take something positive out of it. Thank you very much for joining, guys, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. Bye, guys.